Hello, welcome to the Earle Wellbeing YouTube channel, and a little bit of difference today. I thought we'd come outside. I'm in Kenya, but not for very much longer, so I've taken the opportunity to come into the heart of the city to a secret oasis. Look, Nairobi Physic Garden. This is where we're going to be strolling around, and you can see all the different plants here laid out in the different beds, the indigenous, the different families, and then in the centre a bit of calm. So come with me, because we're going to be given a private tour by the lady who created this just a few years ago, past the Tibetan prayer flags and all of this. Mind your heads coming in. But I would love you to meet Deborah Coulson, who is right here.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Very, very nice to see you. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for coming, and
Well,
welcome to the Nairobi Physic Garden.
This is so beautiful, I have to say. In the middle of such a busy city, you've created this oasis of tranquility and just, I mean, you cannot fail but be inspired when you stand here and you see all these extraordinary plants, all chosen, is that right, for therapeutic properties?
All of them, all 300 species are medicinal. About half of them are indigenous to Africa, and half are the plants that we all grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, European, which are called exotic here.
Yes.
It's the other way around.
The other way around. So, I mean, this is obviously, we know all of this. This is
Yes.
the mint family, and lots of different types of mint. So you've got,
and in the mint family are a lot of other smellies, like the sage and the basil, and the verbena, I think, I'm not sure. There are a few randomers.
yeah.
And there, that one there, which is the blue sage, and here's pineapple sage. It smells of tinned pineapple.
Oh my goodness, so it does. And that
And-
blue sage, the bees absolutely
Well,
go crazy for that, don't
I
they?
know, and the birds and the butterflies, and it's antibiotic and antifungal and anti-everything.
Anti-everything.
Anti-everything, and fights free radicals. And here,
Yeah.
you know, a wart is an old English name for herb. This used to be called bruisewort, daisy, which I'm particularly fond of because my daughter's called Daisy. One of
yeah.
them. So this is very good for bruises. So
Is
even
it?
things you see every day.
Yes.
And there, the St. John's wort, which is our
John's
indigenous
wort, yes.
for.
Well, we know this as the sunshine herb and lifting mood. I mean, I think in Germany they even prescribe it. Doctors prescribe it for
now
depression.
because they're very advanced in natural medicine.
Redless plants. Can we talk a little bit about this little group?
Is this your heart spot?
I feel drawn to this,
This
and you
is-
can explain why. What are
these-
all these plants
And
for?
what's interesting is that you spotted this before I told you what it was. These are menopause plants.
Menopause plants.
Sage. This is our local sage with the most wonderful flowers. I'll show you later. Feverfew, red clover, catnip, different St. John's wort, an exotic, an indigenous one. Here's the blue sage, peppermint, and
so you could
rosemary, geranium,
Yes.
lemongrass, and more. Lemon, basil,
Yes. Oh, I can see the sage there as well.
and flax. These are new.
Are they flax?
My gardener took the seeds from the kitchen, and look what's come up.
Oh, really?
This is our indigenous sage.
So I could come and create an amazing herbal tea.
Exactly, from any or all of those. I should dry them and give you
You
a
should
package.
make a menopause blend. Come on.
Oh,
That's
okay, that'll
absolutely
be
what we could do.
my
Well,
next one.
So walking around here, you've got lavenders, lovely roses. This is one of my favourites, rose geranium. Those who
It doesn't
who
flower
know
here,
me.
but it doesn't matter. You use
yeah,
the
but
leaf.
the leaf
The
exactly.
smell, how about crush it?
I know
It's
all
just
about this leaf
divine.
because the essential oils are actually on the back of the leaf here.
Also,
So
you know
you crush
more
them.
about it than I do.
And well, it's used in a lot of perfumery because it smells of roses, but it's much less expensive.
And here is Feverfew, best known for its uses for migraine, which is, I mean, you know what's interesting is that these old wives, 1,000, 2,000 years ago, were using plants that the scientists have now proven
Yes, it's
to
helpful.
be accurate, and they were right on all of them.
It's just an extraordinary thing.
These are the indigenous plants.
Okay, so these I'm not familiar with. Like, what's this? False buttonweed. That's an
I
amazing
had a
name.
painter here the other day who spent a whole day painting between this one and that one plant. She was facing that way, and at the end of it she said, could you make me a tincture of these two plants for my stomach?
Yes.
Which I did.
Yeah.
And she said it helped.
And how do you make a tincture then? Do you use the
I
roots
put the
or the
plant,
leaves?
well, it depends on the plant. Roots, I prefer leaves because then I'm not without the plant if you use the root.
Right.
And you put it in vodka
Uh-huh.
and leave it for 4 to 6 weeks in the dark. This is kava kava that they use in Hawaii for ceremonies, spiritual ceremonies. And my botanist, Paul, friend from up country, he's a Picot, said, oh, we use that as well for ceremonies. I mean,
Really?
Hawaii is the other side of the
From
world
Hawaii
from here.
to northern Kenya?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's slightly mind-altering, mood-altering.
I have heard that. Kava kava.
And here, this is very good for your skin.
Oh, what will that do to my
A friend
skin?
of mine said, do you have any of this? Because we all in Kenya here know what it is. And I said, yes, made a balm. And she said it got rid of she had a nasty fungal infection on her leg, got rid of that. Then she burnt herself on a wooden stove up country. And having done the cold water thing, she put the balm on that I made her.
Oh, really?
And there was no mark in the morning. And then she put it on her horse behind its ears. It had something and it cured that.
Wow, so
This is
almost,
magic.
it's like a succulent. It's got
Yes,
like
it
a
is,
sap
exactly,
inside
because
it.
It's crackly and juicy.
Yeah, you can see here. Can you see it's like crunchy?
And it's got this wonderful lemony smell.
You can see the juice coming out of it. How very interesting.
This is
Right.
ashwagandha.
Oh my goodness.
Which is-
Ashwagandha, everybody. Take a look.
Which has been used by the Indians in Ayurvedic medicine for about 5,000 years.
Yes.
Here, see if you can get a little seed.
Oh, wow, look, that's a little berry. Look at
And,
that. That's
it's
a real
been
live
discovered
ashwagandha berry.
in Europe and America, and it's enormous because it's an adaptogen,
Yeah.
which means it adapts to what you need. So if you're highly stressed, it'll bring you down, and if you're depressed, it'll bring you up. And I found it growing on a friend's farm up country, everywhere.
Just extraordinary.
So
I have
here you
ashwagandha
go.
at night. I find it helps me sleep.
I've made some tincture from
Have
the
you?
roots, yeah.
Okay, so
Which
you wouldn't
I've
use
got.
the leaves for this. You'd use
Well,
the roots.
I use the root because I think, there's no cheating
Lovely
on this
berries.
one because everybody wants the strong stuff for
Okay.
sleeping. And this is Artemisia. It's a lovely family of herbs. Absinthium, as in absinthe, that they used to
Wow.
drink in the Moulin Rouge 100 years ago or so.
That's sort of hallucinogenic.
I think it'll make you blind
Oh,
if
that's
you
not
drink
then.
too much. And sage, which is
You
just
do have to know what you're doing. We should always say
forage
this.
for courage
Forage for courage and for
Yeah.
bees.
and for lots of bees.
Lots
here.
of bees. Lovely.
Sage, which is proven to be good for the brain,
Yes,
as
definitely.
is rosemary for remembrance. That's
Yep.
from Ophelia.
Yeah,
in
Shakespeare knew what he
Hamlet
was
and
talking about.
Shakespeare. He mentions plants a lot. I've got a book of
interesting.
them all. Here you've got a nice smell of roast chicken
Oh, I love all
and
this.
mugwort,
Mugwort,
which
okay.
I love. I've got 3 beds of it, just because I love it. It's a real witch's plant. It's used a lot in women's
Is it?
problems. Yep. And the Roman soldiers used to put it between their feet and their shoes, their sandals, when they went marching to give you energy.
Wow.
Lots of medicinal uses.
Oh,
And here is echinacea,
Echinacea, yeah.
which I
love
don't
that.
use because you need so much. I just show it.
It's pretty. It's very
But
pretty.
I do buy it and use it, and it's highly medicinal. Because the
Yep.
point of this garden is to show people what you can do with herbs, the importance of nature. Not actually to make things. I mean, I do make things because it's really fun,
Yeah.
and I love it.
I've got green garden envy, I tell you, big time.
Oh.
Oops.
And here, if you do know what this is,
So that is another wormwood, is it?
it's sweet wormwood. Yes,
Ah,
it's
look.
Artemisia annua that they use if you get malaria.
That's what they'll
That'll
give
be
you.
in your malaria medicine with antibiotics. And now they're using it for COVID, big time.
Fascinating.
In Madagascar,
It smells great.
it smells of chewing gum.
does.
Madagascar, Tanzania.
It's extraordinary. But so many of
Marigold.
modern medicine, it comes, doesn't it, originally from botanicals.
Yes,
And it's been synthesized and extracted.
absolutely.
So we shouldn't be afraid, but we do need to be knowledgeable because some of them are
80%.
toxic.
of people, according to the World Health Organization, have used and do use herbal medicine.
80%.
80% because it's
Globally.
cheap
Yeah.
and it's available.
I have never seen a turmeric flower. Have you ever seen a
Look at
turmeric
that.
flower?
It
Oh,
is
that is
so
beautiful. That is a
Isn't it
princess
beautiful?
of
And
a flower.
this is turmeric,
Oh
and
my
it's the roots
goodness.
that are used. Trouble is about turmeric, it stains yellow, so I
Yes.
haven't used it in my
That
my
is
creams.
absolutely stunning.
Isn't that pretty? And here is the calm bed, because everybody
Okay.
gets so stressed out and then they get sick.
So we need to be calm.
These
So what have we got here?
foxgloves
Lavender, obviously. for
are good
calm.
for the heart. Lavender, St. John's wort, roses,
Yep.
Buddha, sweet Alison, fennel, they're all, and Feverfew,
St. John's wort.
St. John's wort, and then there's
All in
star
the shade
cluster,
of the
more
tree.
St. John's wort,
It's so beautiful.
and here is
And then
lemongrass.
Gosh, that lemongrass is taking over, isn't it? And the chilies, chili peppers.
And the chilies, this is my Christmas tree, it's so pretty. And have you ever come across rue?
Rue, no.
It's absolute. The Ethiopians use it in their coffee.
Do they?
It's a terrible smell. And
Oh,
I had the
you could have warned me.
Kenya.
That is really, that is rank.
Kenya Horticultural Society come here, and
You
they
can have
all
that one.
bought this. And I said, "Why are you buying this?" For some reason, my gardener had made a lot of cuttings, and they said it keeps snakes away.
Keep snakes away.
But it's highly medicinal as well. Got all sorts of
I think we
medicinal
can keep that
qualities. And these beds here are all by disease.
one. Uh-huh.
The grey signs will tell you what the bed is, and the green ones will tell you what the plant is. So here is heart,
Mm-hmm.
and then you will have cancer and calm and head and brain here.
And skin, which we've seen.
Skin, which is around there.
Yeah.
This is used enormously, Gotukola or Brahmi, by the Indians
Oh,
for
yes.
their hair.
And
the
Gotu
brain.
Kola, that's a stimulant too, isn't it?
It's very good for the brain.
Is it really?
So
Just
I
lovely.
made some memory tincture from lemongrass, rosemary, and sage, and everyone's loving it, whether
bet.
it does any good or not.
Well, it's amazing to be here. Thank you so much.
Anyway, I could keep
Thank
talking
you.
for hours, and I'll
Thank you.
stop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for showing so much interest.
Oh my goodness, it's such a pleasure. And we are in the middle of Nairobi, so I will put the links up because you're starting a website, you're on Instagram.
Yeah, my daughter's done a website,
So people
that's
can
done.
come and find you and follow you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And come
Isn't that
again.
amazing? Oh, love to. Thank you.